All right, hello everyone. Peace of Christ to all. Today we are going to share with you some more information, and we continue speaking about the Quran. As you know, today I made a video in the morning about almost the same topic. So before we start, I'm going to show you the comments which is made by the Muslims about this issue. We have a Muslim who used to come to my chat room, but he don't dare to come no more. He is answering first about this verse I mentioned in the Quran. And this verse simply is saying here, chapter 18, verse number 109, it says that if was an ink, that ink will not be enough to write the words of Allah. If the ocean water was an ink, that water or that ink which transformed from water to ink will not be enough to write the words of Allah. At the same time, the Muslims, they say that Muhammad was the last prophet, if you remember. He is Khatimul Anbiya, 33 verse number 40. Muhammad is the last prophet. And then I made the question saying, if Allah's words is more than the ink which is supposedly the ocean water, then how Muhammad can be the last prophet? Because supposedly Allah is talking, and this is why the ocean ink will not be enough, or the ocean itself will not be enough to write down the words of Allah. I hope the text is clear on your screen, guys. Please let me know if you have any difficulty there. Then this Abdul, suppose he is smart. This Abdul, he saw someone here posting saying that looked like Muhammad is copying from the fact. Earlier here somebody posted that. So he liked the idea and he said to himself, oh, let me use that as an argument. So let me show you what he's saying here. He copied the other Christian person who said, look like Muhammad copying this verse. He said in John 21 verse number 25, Jesus did many other things as well. If every one of them were written down, I suppose that even the whole world would not have a room for the books that would be written. You see the comparison. There's a lack of intelligence, and let us say, or lack of deep thinking, because here is about doing things. It's about the words of Allah. Now Jesus, supposedly according to the Christian belief, he is the Alpha, he is the Omega. Everything was created by him and for him. So if everything will be written about what he did, this is what the verse is saying in the book of John, and the words in front of you, and there's a lot more other things which Jesus did. You see, it says did. It's not talking about Jesus. It's not talking about Jesus talking. It's not talking about Jesus speaking. It's talking about Jesus did things. So the action of Jesus, if we want to write about it, we need all the word will not be enough. And this is true, because imagine if you want to study the eye as an example. Let us say you want to be a doctor. Let us say you want to be a doctor. And how many books you need to study just to study the eye? Just to study how the eye is functioning, not how the eye is made. All right? You study a lot of books. So if the Lord, he will write down everything he create in a book. You know, how many books we need to write down about creating the mosquito, how it's designed, how it's amazing. So this is about what Jesus did, not what about Jesus said. Same time, let us say, for the sake of argument, it's about Jesus speaking. Our Lord, he said, every two of you mention my name, I will be the third. So our Lord is still alive and he is between us. But you Muslims, you say to us, which means he can still talk and he can deliver message to us. And our Lord, he speak to us. But you Muslims, you say that Muhammad is the last prophet. More words to be said. And if you are saying to me that if, imagine, look what he said. Look what he said. Let me go back. Allah existed trillions of years. Imagine if Allah wanted to tell us what he said all those years. You idiot. He said what? To who? What trillions of years? The Quran, according to Muslims, Allah created the earth and the heaven in 6,000 years. So what trillions? And he created Adam in a Friday afternoon. What trillions of years? And let us say he was exist billions, trillions of billion, the trillion of billions of years. Still he was talking to who? If you Muslim count the generation between your prophet and Adam to maximum of 4,000 years. What a trillions of years? He was talking to who? Talking to himself? That is very stupid, naive answer. And just to be sure we are not taking things. Look what Muhammad he said. This is why actually I like the hadith, because Muhammad always he helped me to get the Muslim busted. Say, and this is Sahih. All right. We can show it to you from other books. However, it's Sahih. Muhammad he said, Allah the Exalted, the Glorious, created the clay on Saturday, and he created the mountains on Sunday, and he created the trees on Monday, and he created the things entitled in labor on Thursday and Tuesday, and created light on Wednesday, and he caused the animals to spread on Thursday, and he created Adam, peace upon him, after Asr, which means afternoon of a Friday. And it's very funny, a Muslim translating the hadith, but they use the word in Arabic, Asr. I mean, this is stupid. So afternoon of Friday. So then when the Muslim, he speak about trillions of years, like, you know, if you read my books about Quran and science, where I got Harun Yahya busted, lying about that the universe is created at trillions of years according to Islam. This is not what Muhammad said. Muhammad, he named them days by day. As you see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, etc., and he ended with Friday. And by the way, this is showing me again that Muhammad is a stupid prophet. Why? Because if the Quran says that Allah created the world in 7 days, 7 days. Oh, Muhammad, and skies and 7 earth, and he created, sorry, there are 6 days, sorry, 6 days. The number 7 is not even exist. Number 7 is the day where Allah, he rested. So 7 days, the total of Allah, he's done in the 7th day, that was his day of rest. If you go here in chapter 7 verse number 54, it says that it is he, Allah, who created the heaven and the earth in 6 days. 6 days. Your guardian, the Lord, is Allah, who created the heaven and the earth in 6 days. But look what Muhammad, he said. He said that Allah created starting from Saturday, and then he ended in a Friday afternoon, and then when he finished the creation, it was a Friday afternoon. And Friday afternoon, by the way, is the end of the day. You see, in the old days, the same as the Jews, the day is over by afternoon, not by 12 midnight like now. Which means Friday afternoon is going to be the start of Saturday. When the sun set in a Friday evening, that would be Saturday, not in the middle of the night like today. So Allah started in Saturday, he finished in a Friday. But look, that means that Muhammad, he is doing poo-poo again. Let me make it more clear for you. If you count with me the days we are talking about, how many days Muhammad is counting? Let us see those who they are in the chat room, if they can see with me with the problem. How many days Muhammad is counting, starting from Saturday, ending on Friday? The total is 7 days. Right? The total is 7 days. So when Muhammad, he say in this hadith that Allah started in Saturday and he ended in Friday, he just destroyed his story in the Quran, and he just fabricated a story which is absolutely false, because that will make the creation total is 7 days, while in the Quran it is 7 days. However, the important for us here, as you see, even Adam created in a Friday afternoon. There is no billion and there's no trillions of years. And this is a contradiction for what the Quran is saying, that 1 day for Allah is equal to 1 day of us, which is equal to 1,000 years. 1 day of Allah is equal to 1,000 years of our timing. And this was a copy from the Old Testament where it says, but this is what the metaphorical, that a 1 day of God is equal to 1,000 years of our time. But doesn't mean literally that this is what God timing is. What it's meant in that verse, that time means nothing for God. But here we see that Allah, he is taking his time literally in days, and Muhammad, mentioned them as 6 days, and he named them Saturday, Sunday, Monday, etc. And the funny, I find it very funny, if you hear before Muslims, they say to you, in the Bible it says that God created the light in Wednesday. Actually, it doesn't say that. They say he created the sun. According to the Muslim, they say that your God created the sun in Wednesday, right? But in the Quran it says that. In the Quran it says that the light was created in Wednesday. I mean in the Hadith, sorry. Which means all this creation was without light. However, in the book of Genesis, you will see that the God started with the light. He said it was dark, and God said it be light, and light it was. So the first thing God created, it was light in Islam, and then he created the sun. The sun is not the source, the only source of light. God created light. Already light has existed from the beginning. But in the statement of Muhammad, in the story of Muhammad, there was no light at all, and the light was created in Wednesday. Then you will find a Muslim making fun of your Bible, saying to you, ha ha ha, in your Bible God created the sun in Wednesday, so how the universe was surviving? He just told you he created light. There was a light. Now we continue. So this is about Allah talking, not about Allah doing. Allah talking, not about Allah doing. Saying, if we want to write the words of Allah, read with me, not the action of Allah. Your God Allah is a talker. He is not an actor. He don't do action. He is a dead God. He is like an answering machine. He repeats himself. So this is about writing the word of Allah, not about writing the action of Allah. And this is how stupid, naive you are, trying to copy someone else because he got it wrong, and you thought this would be good for you, so you copy paste. Now we move. Down here he said, and this is about what? You know, if you remember, we showed you that Hafs, the founder of the Quran, Muslims got the Quran from him in their books. In their books, this man is accused to be a liar. Just to refresh your memory, it says here, this is the book of Musnad Ahmad, value number 2, and you see the image of the book in the side of the page. All right, let us click in it. Here we go. The Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Ahmad ibn Muhammad ibn Hanbal, one of the biggest ever Imams in the history of Islam. He is the one is saying, not me. Remember, not me, and not even not him. Him himself, he agreed with them and he report what they said. So what he said that this person the one who the Muslims recite the Quran from, he is a liar and he is a thief. Look what it says, that he is a person who his hadith is rejected, وهو متروك الحديث, which means whatever he say as a hadith is rejected. He is an imam of the reciting, but he is a scumbag in the hadith. And same as Al-Hafiz, he said, the Imam Al-Hafiz, he said in the book of At-Taqrib. And وقال البخاري في الضعفاء, and Al-Bukhari reported him as one of the reported to be weak. And he said tarakuh, which mean always when the hadith is coming from Hafs, they left that hadith, they dump it. And the same وقال أحمد بن حنبل رحمه الله تعالى قال يحيى أخبرني شعبة. Ahmad reported, Ahmad is a very trustworthy man. From Yahya, أخبرني شعبة. Shu'bah, he said that Hafs, he took from me books and he did not return it. And he said, as a comment on that, he said, وَكَانَ يَأْخُذُ كُتُبُ النَّاسِ. Let me see if I can zoom in so we can show you where exactly we are reading. I wish I can highlight this text here, but this is Google. It's like an image. We cannot highlight. I'm not sure if I can do that. So he used to steal books. He used to take books. Look what it says. He used to take books and he write it, which means he copy it. He take the book from you, then he copy it. فَيَنْسَخُهَا, which mean I'm not the one to say which mean. I'm reading for you. Which mean he used to write the books as a copy, which is a book he never heard it before, and he speak about it as if it is his own, which means he is a big fat fraud. He is a liar. Imagine he write like I have books like Deception of Allah, Quran, and Science and Depth. If Hafs was exist now, he will borrow my books and he will write it down, and then he will claim that this is his book, and he will speak that he is the one who made it. This is what it says exactly. That's mean Hafs is a big fraud. Now this is not enough. We do not stop here. All right. And Hafs was Hafs and Abu Bakr, yani Ibn Ayyash. He was one of those who they are the best of knowing the reading of Asim. But later we showed you that Asim himself is a scumbag. He had the same problem. Asim too is a liar. وكان حفص أقرأ من أبي بكر وكان كذابا, and he was a liar. Imagine. وكان أبو بكر صدوقا. So we have two. Hafs knows better than Abu Bakr, and he was a liar. And there's Abu Bakr, he was an honest. And all and the list of scholars who call anything Hafs, he said that he is a false reporter of hadith. Now let me show you what this guy, the smart Muslim, he said in YouTube. Donkey, when the scholar says Asim had bad memory, it's come to the hadith, not in the Quran. And they never said he was a liar. Hold on. We will show you what they said about Asim. You see here, he never answered about Hafs. He tried to ignore it. You see, I went down, I didn't see anything from him, which means he agreed that Hafs is a liar. Now, if the Quran you have in your hand, nightmare, is coming from Hafs, not even from Asim, because you never have the writing of Asim or the report of Asim or recitation of Asim. All what you know that Hafs, he learned the Quran from the husband of his mother. This is how the story is. Asim is the stepfather of Hafs, and supposedly he learned the Quran from him. Okay, that's wonderful. Hafs is accused to be a liar and look like he agreed with it. This is why he did not do anything. And then he said that they did not accuse Asim to be a liar. Let us say, for the sake of argument, they did not, but the fact they did, I will show you. If Hafs is the one you got the Quran from, is accused to be a liar, then how you can accept him to be giving you the Quran? Because you did not get the Quran, you did not get the Quran from Asim. You get the Quran according to Hafs, which supposedly he got it from Asim. But how we can trust Hafs if he is accused to be a liar? How the Muslims reject Hafs to be a liar in the hadith, they accept him to be truthful in the Quran. Liar is a liar. Especially we showed you that this man, he steals books and he claimed that he is the one who wrote them. Obviously he is a scumbag, he's a liar, he's a fraud, he's a thief actually. When you take my book and then you write it down and you copy it, you copy my book, and then you say this is your book, obviously that's nothing but a lie. Somebody saying that he cannot hear me. Is that correct? Is that true? You guys, you cannot hear me? Let us see. Well, you guys need to help me and tell me, because if you don't tell me, how I will know. Okay, I hope now the voice is better and you can hear me better. In my side, actually, I see that the text uh, in the screen is very slow. I don't know if it is coming correctly from your side. Is it coming in fine? All right. So he said that the Quran of Asim, Asim was not accused to be a liar. Let us assume that this is true. Still, the Quran is not accepted because it's coming to you not from Asim. The one you have today is reported from Hafs, which he claimed he got it from Asim. But you don't have the writing of Asim. You have only the writing of Hafs. And I challenge any Muslim to show me the book which is reported by Asim to be his recitation. He taught him recitation. He did not even teach him writing, just recitation. Now, we go to Asim. Let us see what they said about Asim. Just to show you again that Muslims, they have no dignity when they defend. بالنجود في علل الحديث, which mean here, this is the topic, this article is about Asim and the problem with his hadith. Asim, he is a guy, his name, he is the son of Bahdala. Bahdala in Arabic mean the son of misery. Somebody looks stupid, they call him Bahdala. Look like something wrong with him. I don't know why. If this is his the name of his mother, that would be funny. Anyway, we continue here. It's saying, here they are making a full study about this person, but I want to go how Muslims they speak about him. Ibn Ahmad, he said that Asim, Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he said that he was a salihan, he was a good man and he is trustworthy. Ibn Sa'd, he said he was a trustworthy, but he do a lot of errors in his hadith. Yahya al-Qattan, he said, ما وجدت رجلا اسمه عاصم إلا وجدته رديء الحفظ. I never saw a man, his name is Asim, but he was bad in memorizing. Okay, hold on. How Asim is the one who memorized the Quran, but he was bad in memorizing? Look what it says here. I never saw a man, his name is Asim, but just because of that Asim, this guy is quoting, he's making a statement about how bad Asim is. So he's saying, I never met a person, his name is Asim, but it's a must that he is bad in his memorizing. وقال ابن علي كل من سمي عاصم رديء الحفظ. Anyone his name is Asim, he is a bad in memorizing. وقال الدرقطني في حفظ عاصم الشيء, which means the memorizing of Asim have a trouble, is not accepted. Then here he is saying, this person, he said Abu Hatim, that he is a trustworthy for me, but he have a problem with his hadith. We cannot trust his hadith. It's not right to say that his hadith is siqa. So he is siqa for this guy, he is a trustworthy, but not in the hadith. For therefore he was not a hafiz. He cannot be called a hafiz, but he is the one who memorized the Quran. What do you mean he cannot be called a hafiz? Hafiz means a person who memorized. قال النسائي ليس بحافظ ليس به بأس. He don't have a strength and he is not a good memorizer. He is bad. قال العقيلي لم يكن فيه إلا من سوء الحفظ. He have nothing on him except that he is a bad memorizer. قال ابن خراش في حديثه نكرة. His hadith is not only rejected, is false. Nakira. It's like, wow, how much he fabricate. Now, based on what we showed you, when we can show you more endless, Muhammad, he said in the hadith, and we showed you in the video, that the one who recites from me, anyone who wrote the Quran, he should take it down. He should it. And anyone who add one word to my statements, he should go to hellfire. And you are saying there that Asim, he fabricates things. Let us say for God's sake, that Asim, he, like, I'm sure that people, they told him, you are wrong, man. This doesn't, the hadith doesn't say that. So why he keeps saying hadith? He knew he's wrong, unless he is doing it in purpose to fabricate. His hadith is rejected, his Quran is accepted. So now we have two men. Those two men are the source of the Quran. Both of them, their hadith is rejected, and their Quran is accepted. One of them, he is rejected for he is a thief and he is a liar. The other one, they said clearly that he is fabricator, which means he's a liar. Because when you say, I never saw, look what it says. Let me read again. He make a hadith which is nakira. He create them, he fabricate them. So, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ فِيهِ إِلَّا مِنْ سُوءِ الْحِفْظِ. He have nothing except that he is a bad memorizer. So how we can trust his hadith? And look what this guy in YouTube, he said. Donkey, look like he's speaking to Yafur. When the scholars say Asim had a bad memory, this is when it's come to the hadith, not the Quran. I mean, this is the most funny statement ever. You can hear it from somebody. Somebody have bad memory when it's come to the hadith, but he have a strong memory when it's come to the Quran. Somebody help me here. Anybody can help me? Look, this Abdul, he agreed that yes, Asim, sorry, he was accused to have a bad memory. Hold on. Why someone else, if he says something wrong, you say he's a liar, and this guy, he say he is having a bad memory? What mean bad memory? Bad memory is making things up. If somebody, he says hadith does not exist, that's not a bad memory. Do we agree, people? If somebody is saying a hadith from the supposedly is coming from the tongue of Muhammad, and this hadith is not true, this is not a bad memory. Bad memory is I forgot. Okay, I don't mention it then. But adding my own words, that's not a bad memory. That is a fabrication. If you ask me now, what is the phone number of this guy? I try to remember. I say, you know what? I forgot. This is what bad memory is. Bad memory, you cannot remember at all. Or maybe I can say I can remember that the first number was 720, but I don't know the rest. Mention what you know. This guy, anything he mentioned is not accepted. This is not a bad memory. This is a fabrication. Because if you know that you don't remember, you don't mention anything. You don't make a story. So what Asim he was doing, he was mentioning stories or not exist. And then you tell me he have a bad memory? That's not a bad memory. This is a fabrication. And your prophet in the hadith, as we showed you, said it clearly that anyone who mentioned a statement in my mouth, which I did not, it's a falsehood. Huh? Anyone who do that, he will end in hellfire, as you see in the front of your eyes. So now we have two people, they have a problem. The major reporters of the Quran, Hafs and his master, both of them, they are liars and they are not accepted. And the funny, their hadith is rejected, their Quran is accepted. How that can be? Now, actually, I did not open to speak about this topic because already we talked about it, but it just to remind you. All right. Now, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to do a rebroadcast again after 5 minutes from now. and the topic will be Quran contradiction. The reason I don't want to continue, because if you guys want to download the video, will keep it short, at least as it is, and you will be able to download it easy and post it in your YouTube. So we separate topic and we make them topics, and that will be easier to follow with it. All right. So I'm going to close the broadcast right now, and for those who would like to contact me, always there is a very easy way to contact me. You can go to our donation website. As you see, it is here. You can contact me from this website. Address is very simple. Is Patreon.com Christian Prince, and create an account and sign up, create an account, and you can send me a message, or you can contact me in Facebook. Simply, you will see here a Facebook. Move your mouse under the money donation here. You can contact me in Facebook. You click in that page, and you will be immediately in Facebook, and you can send me a message. All right. So this is the easiest way to contact me. And I have my Twitter here, but I don't open my Twitter a lot. I open it once a while, just to let you know. Now, I will close and I will open, and our coming topic will be the contradiction of the Quran. Be with us and enjoy. Thank you. God bless.